Wow, Stacy, I must say this is a great addition to downtown Louisville. We've got Museum Row, but this is also Whiskey Row as well, right?
Yes, Chaz. This portion of Main Street, which is Museum Row to a lot of people because of the 9 attractions it has, well now 10, within 4 very walkable compact blocks, was also referred to as Whiskey Row in the time before Prohibition for the 50 or so bourbon-related businesses it had in the area. Starting to be referred to as that again because of the new bourbon attractions, and this is the first one. Within the next 2 years, there are up to 6 more bourbon-related attraction projects that are slated to come on to Whiskey Row, Main Street. Michter's should be the next one, and Angel's Envy is on deck, and the others are very top secret, but also very exciting. But Evan Williams was the first to lay claim on the street, which is very fitting because they were the first on the street. Evan Williams,
That's cool.
legendarily was the first commercial distiller in downtown Louisville, which I love this attraction because I think it will appeal not only to bourbon lovers, but also just to general students of American history, and it follows Louisville's timeline as growing on the river, which I think will be attractive to students as well.
You know, one of my favorite parts about the tour was the tasting room.
Classy, right? Did you like the Mad Men era or the Speakeasy one better?
I think I like the Speakeasy.
Okay, all right.
I like them both, but the Speakeasy is pretty cool.
Well, and as I said, one of my favorite parts about it is the history. You know, you find out that Evan Williams was not only the first distiller, but he was also a town council member and the first wharf master, which I just think all of that rich history is really exciting.
You know, the great thing about downtown Louisville and Main Street is not only the bourbon, but also the culinary experience that we've got going on.
That is right. This is the culinary capital of bourbon country as well, and we are here at St. Charles Exchange, an official stop on the Urban Bourbon Trail. Don't you love this place?
It's got such a great vibe. We were talking about it earlier. There's just such a great experience about when you walk in the door.
You really feel like you're on a corner in Soho in New York or something, right? A Victorian era industrial space that they've totally rehabbed, built this amazing bar. I think their vibe that they were trying to go for was a Prohibition era hotel lobby, and I think they really nailed it. Vintage photos.
Drinks are awesome.
Yeah, and the food.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that.
Yeah,
we start with a couple appetizers. We had 2 of their signatures, the deviled eggs, which come in a variety. They mix that up all of the time. And then their Elvis on horseback, which are stuffed dates with a bourbon bacon vinaigrette. And then we went to some family-style meals. We started with the red quinoa salad, followed by the short rib over couscous. Then we had the charcroute, which is their house-made sausage that they serve daily over a bed of sauerkraut with a whole grain mustard. Probably the group's favorite was the Reuben, served really warm, really cheesy and gooey, wasn't it? And the great thing about the Monte Cristo is not only do they serve it for lunch and dinner, but they have a Sunday brunch service. That is one of the featured menu items as well that would go great with that Bloody Mary that I had.
Now let's talk about the desserts because, you know, every place we go, we've got to dig in deep and go for the desserts as well.
So, of course, we had to have the one with that one special ingredient that I'm always looking for.
Bourbon.
Right, the bourbon bread pudding, which was really good. I love those caramelized pecans on the side of that. And then we had the chocolate cake, which was a masterpiece in itself.
Well, for more information about this episode, please go to gotolouisville.com or send us an email, podcast at golouisville.com, or you can find us on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. So as always,
you're looking at Louisville.
See you real soon.